on the show floor of the IPCPR 2017 convention, and I am at a booth that I tend to head to on a regular basis because they're great friends that I love seeing and enjoy their cigars. And we got a big special announcement about our Buffalo Alpha PleasureFest. They are the presenting sponsor, Gurkha Cigars. We've got my good buddy Kaisad Hansotia. Kaisad,
how are you,
good to see you, buddy?
Always good to see you.
We've got Juan Lopez, VP of Sales,
Sir.
and we've got another good friend, Carlos Llaca-Torano. And the only difference between being here in Vegas and being at your worldwide headquarters down in Fort Lauderdale is the fact that we don't get to sit in Kaisad's, scrumptious office with these leather chairs, get great spirits.
At 45
we don't.
degrees.
Yeah, exactly. It's 45 degrees air conditioned. Yeah, right, exactly. But this is, it's just great to be here, to see all of our friends once again. And we're starting off here at the Gurkha booth with a very special project. This is the 10th anniversary of the Cellar Reserve, a big hit for Gurkha.
Thank you. So it took us about a year and a half to come up with this project. We're working on it for quite some time. The bands, everything is made in Holland. The cigars are absolutely amazing. There's only going to be 1,000 boxes made in the world, and after that, that's it. They're gone. So, and each one is numbered. Each box is numbered.
Let's get a nice tight shot of that. Let's take a look at that because the humidor is magnificent. The bands are excellent. Let's talk about the blend. Carlos, talk about that.
Well, it's made in our factory in Nicaragua. So it's got a Nicaraguan Rosado and a Habano Rosado wrapper with a Nicaraguan and Dominican filler blend. It's on the medium plus side. It's got some nice earthy tones to it. Very rich, very flavorful, very complex.
Now, talking about Nicaragua, you have a factory now that you own in Nicaragua, and Kaisad, for many years you resisted a factory, but now you control everything. Tell us about why you purchased that factory.
Well, we need to do that to create some of our own unique blends, and also to secure more and more production, even though we had 95 production in there. But we had to do it to basically go vertical. So now we are going more into also growing some of our own tobacco later on, and we are starting the steps to go vertical.
I heard you got Nepalese warriors that are actually growing the tobacco for you. In Nepal, you got to climb up to Kathmandu. Is that true?
No, it's not true.
We've got the Gurkha warriors standing guard at the factory, though. They do protect our cigars.
There you go. Now,
there you go. Like
this is July. When will this be available?
This will be out in September.
And suggested retail. Again, very limited.
$14.
Yeah.
$14. How about the humidors?
Including the humidor.
So you get, you buy the cigars.
This is the packaging.
Right.
So the idea behind it is very simple. The reason we numbered it is this is a collector's item. Right, so if you're a true connoisseur and a true Gurkha warrior, Gurkha nation, like we like to call it, we want these gentlemen and these ladies to come up and say, I want some of this because we only made 1,000 boxes, very special blend, fantastic cigar, beautiful humidor. It's a collector's item. That's the whole thing behind it.
Buy the cigar, get the humidor for free.
Exactly right.
Well, if there's anybody that knows how to package cigars superbly, Kaisad Hansotia, the leader, the master when it comes to packaging. Exactly. I may even have to buy one of these things. I mean, it's fantastic.
For you, it's $5,000.
I figured that. Of course, but
he'll autograph it for you.
That's the friends and family discount.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, now I've got a cigar that you have given me. You're all lit up. I'm feeling a little deprived here, gentlemen. So I'm going to conduct my own lightation ceremony here. So tell me about what I have in my hand.
Oh, so the Havana Legend is something that came out with, Kaisad came out with 1999. So we wanted to bring some of the old school stuff back that sold really well for us back in the day, but now we made this brick and mortar only. So it's only available in your brick and mortar stores, which right now we're in about 1,800 shops nationwide, and that's where you're going to find these beautiful cigars. The cigar's got a Ecuadorian Habano, Dominican, Nicaragua binder filler, medium body, a little bit of spice in the beginning, but then real complex and real sweet the rest of the way.
Well,
so real nice smoke. And for the price point of that cigar, you're talking $7 retail. It's a no-brainer.
Nice flavors right off the bat.
Thank you.
I mean, very nice, not overpowering. Very, very pleasant. Let's take a walk, and as we go to the next case. And as we do that, Kaisad, you and I will go back down memory lane a little bit. I remember when we were in Orlando, and I see Kaisad in a suit with a attaché case. And he comes up to me and he says, Dave, I got to introduce myself. I got to give you our cigars. I want to tell you about our cigars. And he tells me the story about Gurkha and the Nepalese warriors, and we go on, and that's when it all began. You didn't have the big fancy booth, by the way. You had your attaché case, and I think your entire stock was maybe, what, a couple hundred cigars?
You're right.
That's got to be 21, 22 years ago.
22 years ago.
Yep. And here we are in Vegas now, and bigger than ever.
It was a very interesting show for me. That was the first show I went to. And you're right, I actually worked out my briefcase that whole show. And we've come a long way.
Well, you're an overnight success, just 22 years of overnights, right? All right, so let's go over here to the next case. And Carlos, why don't you tell us what we've got here? Because these are some blends that, again, going back, Kaisad over the years introduced many great blends, and now you're going back in time.
Correct. And again, this is the cigar that you're smoking now. This is the Havana Legend that's new this year. These are the Heritage Naturals or Maduros. The Maduro was introduced last year, the Natural the year before that. Then we've got the Royal Challenge Natural Maduros, which are on the milder side. And then this is a limited edition 20-count sampler humidor for the Heritage. So it brings the Natural and Maduros. And again, 1,000 made, and once they're done,
They're done. Suggested retail, you said about $7?
$7
for that. That's about $9. Then the key to this cigar on the Heritage is it's a collaboration with our partners in the factory, and what's a little bit different about it compared to all the other cigars that we make, we front loaded the cigar. So front loading a cigar means you add a little more like ligero to the first inch. So when you smoke the cigar, you light it up. The first inch is gonna have a little extra ligero from estelí. So you get the spice, then it gets into that earthy, sweet, real consistent all the way through. So I always tell people the reason we wanted to do that is, a great cigar is that cigar that changes on you. It's not the cigar that's just the same all the way through. You want complexity. You don't want everything to be one flavor. You want complexity in a stick. So when we front-loaded this, was the key for us was people like the spice. You want spice? Oh, well, you know what? I'm okay with spice, but I really love sweetness and earthiness. You'll get that after your first inch.
Well, talk about the Royal Challenge, because you talk about a cigar for everybody. You've got mild, medium, full, super full, but that Royal Challenge, which was launched, what, 4 or 5 years ago, nice Connecticut Ecuadorian blend, very smooth, very creamy. And then, in fact, when I was at your offices a few months ago, Carlos, and you said, what do you want, General? What did I tell you?
the Royal Challenge Maduro.
You got it.
Absolutely.
Exactly. A little bit more spice, a little bit more boldness, but still very, very smooth.
Well, and, it's got the Brazilian wrapper, so it's got some of that sweetness on the palate, so it balances out, the extra strength with a little bit of sweetness. So again, great line, great price point. It's kind of a cigar for anybody. I mean, it's got a ton of flavor, yet they're not overpowering.
Now, Gurkha is our presenting sponsor for the Cigar Dave Alpha PleasureFest on the water in my hometown of Buffalo, Saturday, August 12th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'd like to say tickets are available. No, actually, I wouldn't. We're sold out.
Sold out.
We are sold out, oversold from last year. We have blown out all the tickets. No more tables. I'm getting emails. I'm getting tweets. Sorry, they're gone. They're in demand. And Gurkha is going to be launching a special cigar, going back to the past, another blend that was very, very popular. Especially, it will be available specifically for our Buffalo Alpha PleasureFest. And you'll all be attending, by the way. All right?
Most of us will,
No. Kaisad's going to be there. Oh, no. Kaisad's going to be there.
Kaisad's going to be there in spirit.
No, he's coming. He promised me he's coming. It's going to be a great weekend, I guarantee you. We know how to throw a party in Buffalo, I can tell you that.
I heard your mom's going to be cooking too.
She is, exactly.
Dinner
on
the house. That's the reason I'm coming.
On Friday, exactly, a little hometown cook, because I know none of you guys get any hometown cooking, right? All right, let's go and talk about that cigar that we're going to launch in Buffalo. So let's follow us over here in the Gurkha booth. And this is going to be the cigar that everybody will be receiving. And this is
the Master Select. So the Master Select was actually Gurkha's top-selling brand back in 2001. And what we wanted to do is, bring some of the old school brands back that people appreciated, enjoyed, and loved. But when you run out of the tobacco, you run out of tobacco. So we were able to secure the tobacco. We went back to the same factory. As you know, Carlos and I worked at Llaca-Torano for many of years,
Well, I wouldn't say worked. You guys sloughed off a little bit. Well, now you guys are legit and actually working.
I don't know about lousy.
now with Toronto. Yeah. I mean, you play a little poker at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Fridays, okay.
That's it. That's about it.
As you can see, we never have a good time when we get together and smoke cigars, right?
That's right.
It's all about enjoying yourself. What do we
about
always
the
say?
lifestyle.
It's all about the lifestyle, enjoying, and it's not what cigar you're smoking, it's who you're smoking it with.
Listen, at the end of the day, you work hard, you play hard.
That's
So
exactly right.
You got to enjoy life.
So this, you were out of tobacco, but you went back to the original factory.
Yeah, so we went back to Fidel Olivas, and Fidel used to be the pretty much the master blender for the Toronto family,
Right.
Along with Carlin, obviously. And Carlos and I sat down, we spoke about it. We said, you know what, if you're gonna bring something back, we need to go back to the original source,
To the old.
to the source. And he had the recipe. We literally go to the factory, sitting there. He opens a book and he has a recipe. We go, that's what we want. We want exactly the same. And he goes, let me try to deliver this for you. And we go, you don't try, you deliver. So, what? 2 blends, two samples.
And he got it.
Point.
We went down to the factory, we smoked them, we tweaked them, and we go, this is it. We're back to the original. We're ready to go. Start production.
Outstanding, and this will be, everybody attending the Buffalo Alpha PleasureFest will receive one of these in their Cigar Dave Gurkha Pleasure Pack. That is correct. Now, you got 5 other cigars they're going to be getting.
Absolutely.
So let's make the announcement and tell everybody what they're going to receive.
So you're getting
Heritage,
both World Challenge Natural and Maduro.
Right.
The Heritage Natural and Maduro. The Ghost. And the Master Select.
Outstanding. You're going to get great cigars at the Buffalo Alpha PleasureFest.
And what's beautiful about the whole thing, when we sat down with Dave, was very simple. We wanted something special because it's a special event. Dave's a partner of the family. He's friends of the family. So we wanted to make sure that when we put that out, it was going to be introduced. It'll be the first shipment that go out is going to be at the Buffalo event.
And we're excited. I know the Tinderbox had a big order because they're going to sell a lot of Gurkhas at the Alpha PleasureFest. They were here. So it's going to be a great event. All right, let's move on because, as Ron Popeil would say, but wait, there's more.
Absolutely.
Still not done. Absolutely. So let's pop over this way. And we're going to the very last case here.
This is the H cabinet. Again, this was an old brand that we brought back. It's more for the price-conscious consumer. You got a natural Connecticut and an Habano wrapper. Again, more on the mild to medium side. Very price-conscious. About $6.50 retail. In the 20-count cabinet boxes. Nice mild to medium. Very flavorful. Very complex. We're using a Desflorado wrapper on one of them, which is new for us as well. So that we tinkered slightly with again, we go back, we try the original blends, and then we tinker to try and make them better. And this was the final project that we've come out with.
And all these are going to be available, with the exception of the one we're launching in Buffalo. Everything will be September, October?
September.
Yes.
Okay. You know, one of my favorites was the Shaggy. We're going to bring that back?
It's back.
It's back?
It's back.
You didn't tell me. They didn't tell me this.
No, so what happened with the Shaggy was very simple. So I'm on the road all the time, as you know, and I keep going to these retailers. And the first question, I want the Shaggy.
And that's an uncut end. It's an unfinished end.
No. It's actually, what makes it Shaggy is that it's not unfinished. It's what it is. You got guys like Fuente, Pepin, the masters of tobacco, and they are, I respect those gentlemen. They look at tobacco differently. So Pepin says the flavor comes from the binder filler. Fuente says it's from the wrapper. So that how we tweaked it was, let the customer be the judge. So you take the wrapper off.
Gotcha. Part of the wrapper off. Okay,
the
gotcha.
wrapper's off ½ inch. So now it's up to you. So does it change that much when
Gotcha.
you smoke it?
When it hits the wrapper.
Exactly.
Bingo. All right, so you're ready for Buffalo, the Buffalo Alpha PleasureFest?
We're ready.
You ready to sell some cigars to the retailers here?
Absolutely.
All right, we've got Carlos Llaca-Torano, we've got Juan Lopez, we had Kaisad Hansotia, but he's schmoozing somewhere.
He's a ghost.
He's the Gurkha ghost. And we will see you all in Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
And we look forward to it. Gentlemen, as always a delight.
General.
And we'll see you. Get ready. I'm telling you, Buffalo's going to. And I see Havana Phil over here. Get in here, Havana Phil. Havana Phil's from Greensboro, North Carolina, one of the great retailers of the country, and a sponsor of the Cigar Dave Show.
That's
on
right.
our great affiliate, WSJS.
In Winston-Salem. WSJS.
Winston-Salem and Greensboro.
600 AM.
Look at that voice. You gotta love that voice.
I got my new fill-in. All right, the General from Gurkha Cigars. On the show floor, the IPCPR